Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. At this channel, we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Before I turned on the camera, I was trying to get into your energy, and I felt exhausted. I felt determined, but I definitely felt exhausted. Like, oh my gosh, I just don't know. I'm so tired. So if I start yawning during your reading, I'm really sorry. It was like, wow. Okay, so let's just see what we get here. I want to take a moment to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. You're helping me grow my channel. I really appreciate it. Looks like you have a book. If you could take a moment and go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me while I'm figuring out what we have going on here, that would be really awesome. I'd appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel. Okay, wow, interesting. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, so I feel like they're two different things, and I swear you just had these recently. The Judgment card, almost like we had the apathy. Someone was offering you something, you weren't interested, you were in your own space, and then you're like, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm out of here, and then the walking away. So that's one part of the equation, is this whole walking away, I've had enough, I'm out of here energy, right? I can see that, like, we're just done. And then when you do that, here's what comes in, which is so amazing. You have the standing up for what you believe in, fighting for it with passion and power, really cool. And it feels like it's bookended by this great new beginning. The Fool, stepping off. Okay, I'm out of here and I'm starting a new journey. So after this is the 20 card. Then the 21 is the end of a cycle. It's missing here because the first card you get after that is the Fool. And then not too far along the line, we have the number 4, which is the Emperor, which is somebody reaching out to offer you a hand. Someone who's like going to give you a boost in the direction that you want to go. So something that you feel very passionate about, standing up for yourself, moving forward, looks very, very solid. I would really like to be able to show you all your cards. I don't know if we can do that. I really want you to see that this guy's offering you a hand. I think that's really important as you move forward, that you're not on your own. You're answering a call to move forward, to walk away from a situation that was not working for you at all. The 4 of Cups is boredom and apathy and misery, and the 8 of Cups is, okay, that's it. I've had it. I'm done. I'm out of here. And then the walking away. That happened. And now it's the cleanup, I think. That 7 of Wands feels like standing up for yourself, but it's a minor arcana. The 2 major arcanas on the bottom are really super important. You've got the new beginning and the offer of help from somebody. So I think Sunday, you're kind of dealing with some of these fears. You're thinking about, oh my gosh, what have I done? Where do I need to go? What needs to go? Okay, so she has one little bird cage and several fears. You know, you need to be releasing the majority of those. There's help. There's that Fool. He doesn't look scared. He's like feeling pretty, you know what? It's just time to go. I'm stepping out. And I feel like that's what you need to be doing, and just kind of let the fears go. So let's just see what kind of cards and guidance we can get from the butterfly cards here. This is happening for you, Scorpio, in your house of career and public and hopes, goals, and dreams. And so I feel like it's very public. Whatever's happening is very public, and it's not really a secret to people. They see it coming. Wow, okay. Yes. So, healing the past. That's that moving forward. That's that answering the call. That's getting the heck out of there. That's healing the past and being true to you. So, walking away from what wasn't working, And then moving toward what you want to do, what is important to you, and knowing that there's help and guidance, I think, is also something to not forget. On Monday, when the moon moves into Virgo, that is in your 11th house of hopes, of groups and group activities, your public persona. And there you need to establish some boundaries. You're very good at boundaries. So now my question becomes, do you need to establish boundaries, or do you need to let more people in? And I think for you, it might be letting people in. Because Scorpio, you tend to keep things to yourself. You tend to have a public persona, but doesn't really let everybody know if you need help, when you need help. And how can someone offer you help if they don't even know that you need it? And so boundaries, yes, maybe not so many. Maybe you need to let one or two people in so they can help you. There's only one guy here, so maybe one. So maybe one. You know, maybe you only need one person that you are going to take into your confidence and sit down and talk and let down your guard a little. And honestly, for a Scorpio to be able to do that, really, one is great. We all need one or two people that we can really count on. And I think that it's important that you find those people this week. Okay, wow. All right, so you have watermelon, tourmaline. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. Open your heart to love, feel unconditional love, support, bridge the spiritual connection between heaven and earth, increase romance. If you are involved with a Taurus, or you have a Taurus in your sun sign or rising, sun, moon, or rising, I believe they also got this one. And then you have, I am a conduit. So sorry. For goodness and prosperity, I receive inspiration and great wealth. I receive inspiration and great wealth because I'm a pathway for goodness and prosperity. We're going to go with words I can say. And then we have my life glides forward with ease. I am mindful and I think and act with positive energy. That's this dude here. He's just happy-go-lucky. That's the energy you should be really trying to embody. And this is, forget what it is. I can't see it. If I can find it so you can read it, there you go. If you can read that, that would be great. I have no idea how to say that. Unlimited possibilities, relax into the flow of the happy life. What goes around comes around. Attract goodness and love. My life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. Wow, Scorpio. Some really nice stuff going on here. I feel like you're tired, obviously, but maybe that's what the Seven of Wands is. You feel like you're like battling to stand your ground. Like, I've made a decision and I'm standing my ground. And it's something that you really wanted to do. And so you need to maybe step out of this battling everybody and move more toward this Fool energy. And know that there is help out there for you. On Wednesday, lots of things happening. The Mercury finally is out of the shadow and moves into Aries. I'm so excited. Yay. I'm already speaking better this week. Not words I can't say anyway, but in general. And so the moon moves into Libra, and it's a good time to focus. Like, really focus. Clear-headed thinking. What do you want to transform in your life? Keeping your head above your emotional waters and really focusing in on that so that you can take the action. So you're moving forward when you get that full moon at 29 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra, completing our full moon in Libra sandwich. We had a full moon in Libra back in March, and now we have another one. That's very unusual to have two in the same sign. And so it's been like this 28 days of the slow letting go of something. This energy has been all over your reading the last 4 weeks, and now we have the Fool. I'm so happy for you. It's like we're going. Finally, you're stepping forward. It's excellent energy. And so, other changes of this week. We've also got Venus on Saturday moving into Aries, and the Sun moves into Taurus on Saturday. And so, just a lot of stuff. And then Pluto. Pluto is going to go retrograde for several months, I think till November. And it's there in Capricorn, and it was actually conjunct with Saturn, which is all about defining boundaries, and it's going to go backing up, and then it's going to come back, and it's going to remind you that boundaries are important. So over the next 5-6 months, there's going to be a lot of dealing with boundaries for you. Like, where should you have boundaries? Where do you have too much boundary? Who do you let in? Who don't you let in? Because Jupiter is also about soulmates and passion, and it's in retrograde. And so there is this real opportunity for you to figure out who are those 1 or 2 people you should really be trusting and letting in. And you're moving forward. You're to the sea. This is the healing. This is the moving forward on calm waters and healing. And this is just beautiful. This full moon is also known as the pink moon, the duck moon, the egg moon. It's about trust. And so releasing that which doesn't allow you to trust, so that you can allow the sense of the feeling, the knowledge of trust to come in. Who do you trust? Who's trustworthy? Are you trustworthy? Do you trust in divine timing? Do you trust that things are falling into place for you? Do you trust that God has a plan for you that is wonderful? And I think when you answered the call up here, you said, yes, I do think so. And I think when you step off, if you can trust to do that, it's like, I just got this image of, when they do those corporate retreats and these people fall backwards and the trust fall. I think you're being asked to do that with this new moon. This full moon that feels like a new moon. And do a little self-reflection. Because the moon goes full on Friday in Libra at 7:12 a.m. and then an hour and a half later at 8:41 a.m. moves into your sign of Scorpio. And so it's a really great opportunity for you to reflect on what you've learned through this journey. What have you learned? And think about it. Don't let yourself drown in the emotions of it. It's very clear-headed, head above the emotional water, self-reflection. Because when we learn our lessons, when we view them and learn them, and then that's when we can integrate them and perhaps avoid making the same mistake again. That's when you actually learn. When you keep making the same mistake over and over again, you haven't done enough self-reflection. You haven't integrated the lesson. But when you get to that part where you're like, okay, I'm going to be true to who I am. I'm going to heal the past. I'm not going to do things the way I always did them. I'm not going to be doing things because other people think I should be doing it that way. I'm going to do what's authentically for me. What am I learning? How am I doing this? When you become that about anything, like any part, when you're like, oh, I'm not making that mistake again because I understand what and how I got there, then that's when you start elevating and you move on. And you have gratitude. Be grateful for all that you have. That has to do with this full moon. So for the full moon, you always should take the time to sit down and write what it is you're trying to release that's not working, that you need help with, divine help. Help me to change this behavior, release these things, this stuff, whatever, right? What do you need to release in order to heal the past? What do you need to release in order to lighten the load? This dude's not caring very much, right? Release the emotional baggage. And then you should flip the piece of paper over and you should write a gratitude list. Now, usually I do a full moon reading, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this time because I'm having oral surgery. The date got changed. So I'm going to try to do it. But if I don't, you still need to do your full moon ritual. I think it'll really help you. And then you get to burn it. And who doesn't like a little fire? Who doesn't like a little fire? All right, let's get you a color card. Set you off for the week. I will be back next week to do the weeklies, though. So, all right. You got this, Scorpio. This is a big year for you, and I keep seeing the progression. It just looks beautiful. Ground yourself, Auburn. Spend a little time out in nature. Get yourself out there. Get barefoot if you can. Get your hands in the soil. When you are a water sign, grounding yourself becomes important. Water tends to flow all over unless it's held in the container, an earthen container. And so grounding yourself really, really very helpful for you. All right, you guys take care. I'm excited for you. I will see you back here next week. It's very good news.